Good morning all. With this lesson, we are going to see the second important analysis, which is precisely related in trying to understand how the organic flows behave as a result of what has been done. This analysis begins 60 days from publication, and this is because it is necessary to give time to the keywords to produce data analysis. So, even if we get the first page after a few days, we have to wait to carry relevant traffic, which is useful to understand the real effect of the SEO campaign. This analysis, as we are seeing on the screen, is done in analytics. We have chosen some examples that, although they are different sites with different numbers, we have common characteristics in terms of analysis, and this because a good organic campaign must have certain characteristics always. Let's start from the International Bortolete website. What you see is its analytics, where it conveys all the international traffic in all languages. First of all, it will be important to understand where the analysis should be conducted. Therefore, on the left menu of the analytics, click on Acquisition. There we have the traffic and the channel. This helps us to see all the traffic divided by the different acquisition channels in order to compare them. Here at the top right, we set the period. In case you set it for 60 days, you will understand the performance of your campaign from the moment of its publication. In these three examples, we set 1 year and not just 60 days because they are companies that manage SEOs for much longer, and then because giving you an annual picture helps you to better understand how the organic positioning has stable flows over time. Now let's move to check the different flows. The first real objective to be achieved is the profit, understood as the largest number of new users arriving. The number in this table explains us that the first objective has been achieved. The second important datum to be read is the bounce rate frequency. Here, a very important fact because it helps us to understand the correlation between the keywords created and the reaction of the users who click and enter in the website. When the rebound rate is low, it means that the people who arrive finding what is not consonant with what they are looking for do not go away, so it does not bounce. A good rebound frequency is such when it is under 50%, just in this case. On the contrary, always remember a high rebound frequency that reaches over 88% alert the spiders and puts us at the risk of removal. The third data that we need to understand is the behavior of the users who do not bounce, and specifically, we will be interested in understanding the pages sessions and the average session. These two values compared to the others are good. A good number of visited for a good duration time. Staying more than 4 minutes in a site is an excellent result. In summary, for the organic channel, we have the highest user yield, a low rebound rate, a high number of page views, and a high average time of sessions. Now, let's see another example. AntichiAngeli.com is a Venetian glass factory that produces glass artworks commissioned by artists and antique dealers. It does more or less the work of Bortolete, but with a production much more niche, but more expensive. To compare them, Bortolete, which is much larger and industrial as a production, works worldwide in over 20 languages. AntichiAngeli manages its SEO in 2 languages only, English and Chinese. Now, let's move to check the channels with the same settings as before. Acquisition, all traffic, and channel. And always set a control of 1 year, and let's check the results in our table. Now here, Also in this case, we have the highest number of new users, brought a low rebound frequency, and a high number of pages viewed with a high average session. As you can see, the three characteristics we found first, we found them even now. It does not matter if we have brought 1,100 new customers in Antique Angeli and 18,000 in Bortolete. This site has received more than 180 commercial requests in a year, which means an average of one request every 2 days, and for a glass that deals with a commission artwork is a very good result. Finally, we close with an example of a large company going to see the characteristics of Campello Spa, one of the major FCA group dealers in Europe. Same settings and same period. As you can see here, we have very high numbers, 150,000 users against 18,000 of Bortolete and 1,100 of Antique Angeli, but it is not the number that makes a difference in practical terms for the company. It is the quality of what we bring to the website. As you can see here, maintaining the same characteristics for Campello Spa has the lowest rebound frequency of 21%, which is for the 148,000 organic research, and the highest number of the page views, which is 16, and the highest time spot, which is 5 minutes. These are even the three characteristics that you will get from the strategies resulting from serious marketing evaluations. And by series, I do not mean choosing the keywords based on the traffic, but setting them trying to reason on what are your strengths compared to your competitors. If you will be able to entrust a strategy to your ability to reason, you will also be able to really increase your contacts, services, and sales. The strategies for this great multinational company are chosen by their marketing managers that maybe do not understand a lot of SEO, but they know very well how to sell their cars to their customers. We have only finalized the strategies and the result has been 8,800 vehicles sold more. So we are talking about millions of euros. This situation is the same for you. You just have to think about your keywords in an orderly and intelligent way. The rest are just writing and publishing mechanisms for which you are using one of the best tools in the world. We'd close with the last interesting thing, considering that you work with a WordPress, knowing that if you want, there are free plugins that allow you to read this data directly in your dashboard so as not to move from one interface to another as we did now. In fact, if we go to see the dashboard of one of the sites, let's see it. We can see here the organic data of this WordPress filtered as best as we want without even using the analytics. This is the installed .wp or Google Analytics dashboard for WordPress. Here, where you can see the organic flows, you can also minimize and maximize the viewing here. Now let's go to see the plugin. Install plugin. Here it is. In technical jargon, it's called the Google Analytics Dashboard for WP or WordPress or GAD-WP. It's free and it's very convenient to do this type of analysis. That is the analysis on organic research. An analysis that must be remembered to start 60 days after publication and that are very useful to understand the behavior of the organic research through the evaluation of 4 important data: the new users, the bounce rate, the pages session, the average session. As always, thank you for your attention as we prepare to face the last session of the chapters that deal with our best advice for you. So all the advice that we can give so you can manage the best SEO for yourself, then becoming excellent SEO professional to carry on a profession that, if done well, can assure you it's awesome and beautiful. Thank you and see you later.